And right now I am, I guess, going to be doing a solo cast until someone shows up to co-host. We'll see who that might be. So I'm a little bit curious to see, you know, how battle-tested a couple of these teams are. Hubris, I feel like is going to be pretty strong. Probably we'll see them, if not the finals, then certainly the semis. I think they have a leg up on Kinetic Gaming, but we'll have to see. And I don't know much about Bonk. I've seen a couple of their guys pubbing. I'm kind of curious about the Bonk crossbreed game, but I really wanted to feature Kinetic and Hubris right off the bat, because I feel like that's going to be a pretty good game, a pretty high caliber play. We've got Team Fate working their way through, and they got a bye in the first round, and they're able to take down Cool Story Bros. And then we've got V55 Gaming. We saw them get taken out by Blight last night. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and run the rosters, make sure all my stuff is up and running. Yes, it is. Goody goody. We've got Hydro, Croden, Justinized, B, and Rorik. So a slight lineup change for Kinetic, unless that's, you know, two of their players, Croden and Justinized, that we didn't see last night, unless they're you know, playing under different tags. But new faces. We did see a lot of Hydro and Rorik last night, along with B. Making crazy shit happen. We do have the very typical lineup of Hubris, which is Crow, Matt, Melikagoo, and Chump and Raz. Chump always gets a lot of focus because he tends to make those plays, but can never discount anything that his teammates are doing. Melikagoo has really impressed me in the opening Brink TV 5v5 Cup. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can put together tonight. And then we've got, of course, Crow and Matt, just phenomenal players. And Raz, in my mind, he's done some amazing things from the Quake Wars era onward, and I'm really excited to see Hubris playing Brink because, well, first of all, this is a really solid team, crazy cohesion between these guys. So I think Kinetic, my personal prediction, they have their work cut out for them facing off against Hubris, and I would love to see a really tight matchup tonight. Oh, there we go. All right, we're going live. Perfect timing. And this will be Kinetic. This is a quarterfinals matchup between Kinetic and Hubris, about to face off. We are currently live. I'm going to do a little bit of shoulder cam action for just a second. We'll run the rosters. We have Croden as the lone engineer for security, and we have a pair of medics, Hydro and Justinized. Kinetic B shall be sporting the soldier pack, and we've got Rorik trying to get the covert operative action done, hacking the objective. Security is on the offense. We already have the first gunfight breaking out, and it looks like Kinetic, a lot of guys are going down. Hydro's going to back off a little bit. Chump is pushing out, and actually, look at this, being denied. Security's being totally denied. One guy got in here, it was Croden, but he will be put down by Matt. So, again, security on offense, resistance on D. They're setting up pretty well. Chump using nice use of this cover, Raz with him. And let's watch the next security jumble into this objective room. I'm actually going to hop out and go free fly for just a second, because I want to focus on this objective, talk a little bit about it as this next push comes in. We've got Crow pushing out. Let's see if he's going to do some flanking action. No, he decides to double back. You can see all the names there. As spectators, we have the luxury of seeing everyone on the screen at once. And it looks like everything's kind of getting shut down even before it reaches the room. Look at that. Raz and Chump picking up pairs. Melikagoo finishing off the final kill. And, Crow finished off the final kill. That's all 5. So, you can see a full respawn for Kinetic. So I'm actually going to hop out here and see how they set up. And then I'll go in and do a little bit of a dime tour of the objective room. So here comes pretty solid 3-man setup. Looks like they're going to split up routes, now using conveyor belts. Raz, though, going down to a little bit of fire. Justinized puts him down, but again, Rorik is one of the few guys to actually get into the room. Raz is going to chase him down and put him down for good. So, yeah, no touches on the objective. Now let's focus in on this objective. This is a hack objective. You have to place a hack box here. On this screen here, which is saying terminal lockdown, protocol active. You place a hack box down by an operative, and then they will bring out their iPhone and begin hacking It takes quite some time to get the hack objective done, as is the norm. The closer you are to the hack box, the closer the operative is to the hack box with their hacking tool, they will hack faster. So, say if you go over into this little cubby, it does provide you cover, but you end up hacking a little bit slower on the objective. That being said, let's go back to the action. And it looks like we're actually walking into the end of a push. I think Croden should... well, I don't know. Because he's out of step with his teammates here. Oh, and he gets caught out by Matt. And we put down... Yeah, Matt got several bullets into Croden before he could even pull the trigger. And here's the problem that I'm seeing. Yes, you get a revive. That's good. But Just Nice really needs to wait up. And here's a nice little push. Again, Matt, I think, getting a little bit too aggressive. Gets double teamed, and we actually see Melikagu. Where did he get that shot off from? Very nice. Taking down one. See, yet another revive. Let's see if this will actually become a push, because we have yet to see these guys get into the actual objective room. There it is. Just so nice. Peeking around, there is a turret. Raz's turret is, I think, still functional. It is steaming, though. Not quite down and out. Just Nice. It's down on the ground. Needing a revive. He will be gipped. Croden will try to run for his life, but will go down. So Hubris has again hauled off another push by Kinetic. No hackbox planted just yet, and this is kind of what I was expecting. Sadly, is that Hubris is just so well oiled that it is very difficult to break their absolute stranglehold on objectives. That being said, we've got a potential 4-man push here. Let's see how they set it up. And maybe a little bit of flanking. Raz gets a little bit, big for his boots. Will go down, so that's thinning the pack right there. Rourke picks up another one. I'm flashbang, so I can't read the damn obituary list. It looks like it was Crow, but Chump returns the favor. So, again, though, Kinetic had a 1-man up, and that's, Hydro getting way too aggressive there. Just pushing in kind of blindly against Chump. Chump is still alive, still getting buffed. Finally, he gets knocked down, but there's the instant revive by Crow. Fantastic teamwork, and you can see why it is so difficult to get through here. Now, B made some noise. Let's figure out where that is happening. I think he's been put down. Yeah, so... yeah, that'll do it. Nice, enormous amount of nading in this room. Raz cleans up with a few bullets from the temple, and with 5 minutes burned away, we have yet to see any real touch on this objective. And the chronology touch on the objective, that's actually a holdover from the Quake Wars days, where essentially you would have progress that would decay unless you did some sort of action on the objective. So that I'll probably end up saying that many times throughout the course of the night. But it still holds true. We have yet to see these guys even plant a hack box. So, as are the rules for this tournament, there is no de-hacking and there is no use of adrenaline. Both are violations. So, even peeking around corners, Hubris has your number, and we can see Croden going down. He'll get revived, but I would rather than wait and make sure that he's fully buffed and ready to go first. Although that being said, we have Matt coming in from the conveyors, and he takes down one. Good Lord, Melikagu. Let me go find out where he's at, because he keeps getting some sneaky kills. And I'm just going to follow him for a second. So yeah, I can already smell this to be a full hold, guys. Hubris is just too well oiled. Too well oiled. Oh, and actually it looks like another quarterfinals match is looking for a sponsor in Team Fate. That might be worth looking into. If this as soon as this ends, we might hop into that, because it looks like they're not quite underway yet. So we have the opportunity to hop around into different games. So I'm making sure that we have a potential follow-up game in case this one goes quickly after this round is over. We do have a setup here. Matt, I like that he's up in the upper conveyors, gives a nice height advantage, and look at that, he's able to pull down Rourke. I don't think he suffered much damage there, to be honest. You can't really tell with third-person cam, but from what I can tell, that wasn't a whole lot of damage put into his old body there. So Let's hop back out to our little free fly cam. Get back into the objective room, see if any progress is being made. Doesn't look like it. Hubris is still completely up and in control of this objective. Chump finally gets the word to turn around. That was pretty funny. Let's follow Chump and see what he's doing. Usually we're seeing Chump flanking and whatnot. No, he's just going to spot the incoming and back off. Very smart move. Don't waste your life. And a lot of nades tossed just to get around this corner. I don't know if I agree with that. They're having to spend everything. And let's see if it pays off in any way. Nice Molotov. And that takes 2 guys down. The flashbang blinds everyone, including me. And still up is Hubris Matt. And from behind, Melikagoo flanking. So very solid work there. Great use of that odd man out. Yeah, so tonight it looks like Melikagoo is the guy that's doing all the flanking. Let's see, we got maybe a major push from above. Let's see if this pans out at all. Matt is up. Ooh, we do have an EMP hitting the mines. So they can run right past that for the next 3 seconds. They pour in. Matt goes down. The mines are now active again. Rorik goes down. And oh my god, Melikagoo, will he survive? No, he will not. But Crow is up. Is Crow the last man standing? Crow and Chump are still up, yeah. So I think Hubris will continue to hold, but this is the weakest that we've seen pretty much all night. So 11 minutes remaining on the clock. Chump is still again in this position to spot the incoming waves. And yeah, he doesn't see anything. It's enough time has passed that he wants to go regroup and prepare for the next one. We see Matt getting a mine kill on Hydro. Looks like we got Croden in the upper... Ooh, but getting pulled down by Crow, and Justin Eyes eats a lot of damage, revives himself, and goes down without putting up too much of a fight either. So, again, Hubris holding on extremely well to this objective, and all I can see are body parts flung everywhere, and they're sadly all kinetics.
Multiple bandits spotted!
Apparently there are multiple bandits spotted, and the game really thought that was so important that we needed to know over the in-game comms. I always find that to be a little bit interesting. Like, what necessarily decides when you hear those things? I don't know. It's all good. But I don't think this turret's been pulled down yet. This is a really tough objective to crack. So even though I've been kind of talking about it from a one-sided standpoint, I'm actually going to switch up now. We're going to start focusing on kinetic, and maybe talk about maybe some things they might be able to do differently. I think the biggest issue though is that Hubris is just out shooting them so far. So we'll see if that seems to be the case. But on top of that, what I'm looking for, it's very hard to set up crossfires as the offense, but it's something that they would need to look to do as soon as they got any sort of foothold. And even if it's one of those things where you end up doing sort of a snail crawl, you take over one position, you make sure everyone is alive. If anyone dies, you hold that position, you wait till they regroup with you so that you're always 5 men strong. And you just interim it. Of course, you got to be careful of nades. And here it is, Melikagoo again, just out shooting Croden. So, and the timing is impeccable too, because you can tell that, like Melikagoo, he entered. A lot of times I'm seeing these guys on Hubris, they push in right as one of their teammates has died. They wait a few more seconds. They essentially are waiting for the reload, and that's when they make their hit. Because then the attacking team has to make a decision. Well, do we finish the reload, or do we use whatever 4 or 5 bullets are left in our gun?
Multiple enemies spotted!
Again, we're getting told multiple enemies are inbound. So here we go. Chump goes down. Crow goes down. This is the making of something. Justin Knight needs to be very careful here, though. Oh my god. He actually takes down Matt, and this is the push that I've been looking for. They need to deal with Melikagoo hiding in the back, though, and getting several kills. Let's see who is up. Raz. Is Raz the last man standing? Chump's already back from a respawn. So is Matt. So that's why we're seeing the very rushed push by Kinetic. A little bit too rushed, in my humble opinion. Again, it's not so important that you make a constant threat, constant push. But what you do want to do is get there in time for before the buffs can happen, because now, and this is what we're seeing, here come the buffs. And had they waited just a few seconds to regroup, a few more seconds, that might have been enough to catch Hubris in between that point of, yes, they've been revived, yes, they're back to the objective, but they don't have their buffs yet. And so they are damage dealing, and their life is not quite as high, and you can, you know, try to use that to your advantage. That being said, Raz getting a gib on Justin Knives, making sure he's down and out. Crow now peeking out, getting curb stops everywhere that he can. And we have the calm before the storm. I'm going to hop back in this objective room and see if maybe, nope, no hack boxes have been planted. I just want to make sure I didn't miss it. And we'll go into maybe a little shoulder cam action here. Watch Hydro.
Multiple bandits spotted!
Actually, I may have a co-host from Europe to hop in with me. Let's see if I got NVC from Level Up Your Game. He might be available. Let's see. I'm going to try to catch him on Skype. Because I would rather do this with a co-host rather than having to be talking to myself all night. A lot more fun that way.
Hello, hello.
Hey, what's up, NVC? You get that connect information there?
I'm sure I have somewhere. Sorry, I was just playing Angry Birds.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a good use of your time.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. Hold on a second. Let me just see if I've got it here.
Okay.
Yep, I've got it. I'm on my way now.
All right, groovy. Alrighty. So right now we're just to kind of catch you up. Hubris is pretty much full holding kinetic on terminal. First objective. And it's been pretty one-sided so far, but you know, Hubris, I still say, you know, they were champions in the Quake Wars scene. They're pretty much champions in nearly every game they touch, and Brink is no exception. So we're still waiting for a tie-breaking map to be played out between Hubris and looking for a sponsor, and that is something we're hoping to see in the next couple of days. Of course, Memorial Day is going to kind of mess that up, but. Because I was actually hoping maybe Monday, but then someone reminded me that it was a holiday and no one's going to be around. So,
on your own.
yeah. Well, it's Memorial Day for us Yanks. So, yeah.
Multiple bandits spotted!
So, have you had a chance to broadcast much Brink?
No. Well, I've been mostly focusing on playing, which is a big shame, but I'm trying to get used to the game first as a player, and then, you know, once I'm all settled in and feel like I'm performing at the level I should be, then I think I'll commit some time to broadcasting. But it's actually a bit of a shame in Europe because there isn't anybody else doing it. So
well, I mean, ESL has just launched a pretty big, you know, prize pool. They've got 100 and how many teams? 180 teams or something signed up.
Quite a lot, yeah, but no streams at all, which is not even by ESL themselves.
Yeah, they've contacted us actually, and we reminded them that we're North American, and that time zone difference is really difficult for us. That being said, Croden's getting some great sniper fire from. Oh, actually, he's pulled down by Chump, but really nice work from the conveyors. Actually pulled down, I think, a pair. Although Auroric again running in, kind of guns blazing. Matt cleans up nicely. You know, I kind of agree with you, though. You know, from a broadcaster perspective, I've been trying to put in several hours into Brink because, you know, obviously playing the game helps you become a better broadcaster. From what you have played, what's your overall take from it, and what kind of things do you hope to see, you know, from a broadcaster perspective?
Well, obviously, there's a lot of things that can be changed to obviously improve the way we can commentate this game, for sure. Yeah. But as a player, I've got to say I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I've been watching the Brink TV, the American stuff, like this one here, and it's another full hold, but playing with the ESL rule set at the moment, a lot more stuff's limited, and whilst it's not always the best way to go, we haven't really seen too many full holds in the ESL tournament, which has been nice, to say the least.
Really? Okay. So
yeah.
So they did what? Rank 5, rank 4?
Yeah, I mean, rank
no
5
adrenaline.
Yeah, that's the big one. No adrenaline, and also one sentry, and well, one sentry per team.
One turret, you mean?
Yeah, one turret. Sorry, I'm talking TF2 slang.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, and one mine per player. So
Right.
if you've got 2 engineers, you've only got one mine each. You can't have the second mine, but you've only got one sentry between you. So normally you discuss between yourselves which of the engineers is going to use the sentry, so on
Right.
and so forth.
Right.
But yes, I mean, especially without
Multiple enemies spotted!
one mine less, and obviously with no adrenaline. The full healths have been less common because if you screw up at an area, you've got nothing to fall back on. Which,
Right.
is
Okay.
quite interesting.
Now, do you feel like that's because one of the things that we've always kind of strived for or wanted to hold on to, but obviously it might not be the case, is to try to keep the game as vanilla as possible. I think one of the things that hurt Enemy Territory Quake Wars was that you had the community very split between sort of casual / public play, and then the competition mode was almost like coming into a completely different game.
Well, I mean, what I would say is it's very easy to get to level 20 in this game anyway. Obviously,
Mucho
to
bad
have
guy
everything
spotted!
enabled would be great, and of course I completely agree with that. Because especially with ESL, they changed the rules the day of the tournament. They delayed it for a day, and then on that day they also changed the rules, and nobody knew what the hell was going on. And a lot of people were complaining because it's just too much removed. Then how are you going to be able to follow this, so on and so forth? Obviously, there's no demo record, so how can you keep up with those rule sets? And I have to say, I mean, one of the rules especially was if you hack an objective, you can't run away from there. You have to stay within that area. So here on terminal, you would have to stay within that glass room.
Right. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I mean, I think I can understand what people are saying, where eliminating stuff maybe goes too far away from public. People don't know what's going on, and maybe people are comfortable with using this and this and this, and to remove it would eliminate certain teams' advantages maybe.
Yeah.
But I almost think it's required, but early days, yeah, I think it's nice that America have got the full set and European have got a bit of a limited set, and we're going to be able to see both sides of the game being
Multiple
played.
enemies spotted!
Yeah, I'm not really sure why, but I keep hearing the multiple enemies spotted, and it's just like really loud. It's like 3 times as loud as the rest of the fucking chatter and game sound. It doesn't make any sense to me, but that's all good.
I think there's like 5 different commands for the volumes.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Sorry to be a complete noob, but do you have the command to free spec handy? That's how much I.
Yes,
Well done,
just
brothers.
hit your use
The
key,
data
and that'll
is
free
wiped
fly
and
you.
Useless to
Oh,
them.
okay. Oh, that's pretty simple.
Plans are safe. Now, to put them into action.
Okay, so we did see a full hold there. I don't think even a hack box was planted, so Hubris clearly has 20 minutes to work with, as we are, of course, playing Stopwatch. And for those that are new to Brink and new to objective-based gameplay, here's how it works. Essentially, one team tries to set a time, and you've got a 20-minute time limit. And if you have set a time, then the teams swap sides. One team was offense there, one team was defense. Well, now it's going to swap. And then basically the roles swap. So the team, we just saw Hubris on defense. Now they're going to be on offense. But since the Kinetic team could not set a time, Hubris will have the full 20 minutes to attempt to set a time. And if they do, then they win. Hands down. Now, in Brink, you also have the ability to win by progress. If you get so basically, since not even a hack box was planted by Kinetic, if Hubris just plants their hack box, they will be considered the winner. But I believe that they will play it out. Actually, no. Rourke said at least we got the box at the last second. Okay, I missed that. To be fair, but if Hubris gets any real sort of hack in, then they will be considered the winner. However, being the sportsmen that they are, I imagine they will want to play it out, because Hubris is one of those teams where, as far as I know, they've been scrimming like crazy, and I imagine they want every second of game time they can, because the way they see it is, the more you scrim, the better you get, and it's certainly paying off. So. Do you have a favorite map, NVC? Actually, maybe I should introduce you. I did mention who was coming into Skype, but by the way, guys, this is NVC. Now, are you still working with Level Up your game?
Yes and no. I've not done too much with Level Up TV. I mean, it's obviously my little organisation, but ever since I started playing TF2 again, I sort of took a back seat. And same again with Brink. You know, I don't think it's plausible to do both at the same time, which is kind of why I'm not streaming at the moment. But yeah, obviously we do most of the European broadcasting for Quake Live, and eventually I want to get into Brink with it. But at the moment, I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm hoping that Brink streams will just start cropping up. Especially these days when it's so easy to broadcast because of really neat tools. That being said, we are going live in 3, 2, and 1, and this again is going to be Hubris attacking now. And I'm actually.
Can I ask if there's class limits in this American tournament? Can you only run 2?
I do not believe that they put any class restrictions on. The rule set was a bit unclear, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just worried because if they run 5 operatives, which I seen done earlier on in the ESL tournament against us today, it's quite easy to at least get the box on. And then you just got to touch it and get 1%, and that's GG, so I'd be worried that
yeah.
I might try that.
Mucho bad guy spotted!
Yeah, really, what? It's weird, like I wasn't getting the Mucho bad guy spotted yelled into my ear last night. I'm not sure, maybe it's something about this server. Anyway, we are seeing Hubris push in. And Kinetic B will go down. Again, great corner work, and for those that aren't really familiar with that term, what that means is you're essentially peeking out, taking a few shots, and hopping right back. So you're using the corner of the doorway or the hallway that you're in to provide cover, and basically try to deal as much damage as you can without taking hardly any. So Hubris are kind of the masters of that corner work. B from a respawn will go down again to Melikagoo. We do have a mine TKing Croden. Actually, he killed himself, I believe. And here's the Hackbox plant. Chump has it down. Hubris has this room. The turret is down. Everything is down. Hubris is now setting up to defend. And you can see if we have any sort of input. Wow, Croden doesn't even get in on Chump, who is hacking away. Oh, finally! There it is. There it is.
Yeah, just didn't manage to shut him down.
Yeah, very nice. But no Gib. We're going to see revive pretty soon. There it is. Jump's getting up.
I mean, I'm really surprised I've not seen any of the operatives throw down those grenades that leave a lot of things.
The caltrop?
Yeah, because they're just so much damage. If you come in from the top, throw one down towards the lower level just by the glass door, and then you push in for a fight, it's just instant kill. Yeah,
like it is kind of hilarious how effective those can be. That being said, with the restrictions in the ESL, those are removed, aren't they? Or is it just the EMPs?
It's just the EMP.
I couldn't remember what level you get the caltrops. That being said,
yeah, they were allowed, but then obviously when they changed the rules, they actually brought them back in. So
I
see.
We
were using them today.
I see. Okay, I'm not up to date on those changes then. That being said, Justin and I just repelled Crow. Raz is still in here though. Chump is the guy they need to watch out for, who's about to continue hacking. He gets a little bit of damage in on Hydro. Hydro's not even going to be able to turn the corner to get damage back on Chump. Here comes Justin Knights again through this conveyor belt and is able to take down Chump. He's able to get the give as well. So that buys his team a little bit of time. Melikagoo's going to get the kill, but Kinetic might be able to get back in here. I'm going to hop around to the backside. And, let's see. We got cannot authenticate user for you, NVC.
Yeah, my game just...
Apparently you're too cool for school, man. Yeah, Chump is hacking. We're about to see the next objective in just a few seconds here. Hubris, I love the way that they're playing this because we saw Kinetic, for example, pretty much playing the room, always inside the room, whereas we've seen Hubris push up and really try to do damage right at the spawn of, of Kinetic. So very effective. Now I can finally...
I mean, you have to very least get up against those doorways, because if you just hold down left mouse button with that Carbon 9 and the damage buff from the Engineer, it's just so deadly.
Yeah.
If you're not on the doors, you're doing it wrong.
Why do I keep doing that? I don't know why I keep flying in the wrong direction. It's so hilarious. Because like, when I'm on the ground, I'm fine. I don't know what the hell my problem is. Like, why do I keep...
I flew into a wall and
multiple enemy spotted.
Yeah. Alright, let's do this. You know what? Keep going into that same area like 4 times in a row. I don't know. Yeah, I keep forgetting that you gotta take the little stairs down thing. That being said, Rorick did a great job last night with this sniper rifle, and he just picked up 2 kills. Chump and Crow go down before he's finally put down by Matt. And I'm going to see if anyone else is around pushing in here. There's Croden trying to get in. Down he goes. Actually, I believe that was to a turret. Yeah, Matt's turret will take him out. So let's see if I can get through here this time. Ugh. Like, seriously. What?
Right, I'm finally back in the server.
Okay. So where the hell is that damn little staircase?
I'm trying to fly over there as well.
Yeah, I feel like retarded. I always forget like where this is. I got it. I finally got it. Yeah.
It's a game within a game.
It's fucking retarded. Like,
you should be able to spec someone.
Yeah, no.
No,
yeah, Raz is cracking the fucking safe, and I just wasted like half the fucking objective just trying to get there.
Multiple enemies spotted.
Yeah, I hate that you spawn like all the way back there, and like I know it one way because in the one way, you know, you're running towards the objective, and let's see who actually has this thing. Is it Matt? I'm not exactly sure who's holding the objective here.
No, me neither. I know they are pushing out.
Yeah,
But they were
it.
just faffing around in the room earlier on. They weren't even bothering to unlock it. They were just setting up. I think they're just having a bit of fun as well.
Yeah. No, they're running through. So here comes Hubris. They're on the move, and they are. Rorick's going to be put down by 2 guys. Yeah, this is pretty much over. I would say the last guy up ahead is Croden. He's actually laid down the mines. Yeah, see this is what I was looking for. Okay, I gotta remember that. Conveyor belts. Top of the conveyor belts. There's another entrance right there. Okay, that's what I keep getting confused about.
Croden looks like he's got the buff weapon as well, so he's going to be able to put out quite a bit of damage, but he's going up against 3 or 4.
Yeah, exactly. Justin Ice, can he get the hero hodl? No, he cannot. So, yeah. We're going to see transmission, Melikagoo getting it done. And there it is. The time will be set, and that will give Hubris a win at around 11:30. So, yeah, I will learn exactly how to run through that fucking map, I swear. But, I don't know.
It's not your fault, it's the game's fault.
It's just pretty hilarious because like the sad thing is like I've broadcasted this map at least like 2 or 3 times, so you'd think I'd know how to fucking fly around it by now, but I don't. So Melikagoo, best overall, best soldier, kinetic, B, and we've got Melikagoo also coming as best medic, engineer, Raz, operative, Chump, and most kills, Chump.
I mean, if you're getting most kills as offense, then
yeah,
well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Hubris, they not only are they have like really good tactics, they also have a crazy aim. They get called hackers all the time, but I know that they aren't. So I'm curious to see how the ESL stuff works, given the rule set changes that they're implementing, given the stricter rule sets. Because I think that map has so much potential.
Yeah, I mean, that is one we keep meaning to practice because it's one of those maps where if you have that superior aim, you should be superior at it because it's so open and it's so sort of focused on your crosshair, so to speak. But no, I think it's definitely one I want to play more.
Yeah, I think that what we've seen on this side of the pond is that teams, I think, get a little bit too hasty. One of the things that Matt likes to harp about is teams that just get enough, I guess, space and time on the objective to plant the hack box. And of course, on that map, since we're playing with no dehacking and no removal of the hack box, you are essentially locking yourself into one side as soon as you plant the box, and that actually provides an advantage for the defense because now they can just worry about flanking from one side, but they don't actually have to cover both sides at all times.
Multiple enemies spotted.
And yeah, I was just saying, I'm curious to see whether we're going to see anyone disconnect. I'm not sure whether the general rule of thumb here in the American scene has been to run 5 lights, but here on Reactor, with there not being too much focus on smart movement, especially on the first objective. I think it's quite plausible to play a few medium classes.
Yeah. Do you find the advantages of the medium class outweigh the agility of the light?
Well, on every map apart from this, no. I think you can definitely do a lot more with light, and I find myself in fights especially bouncing off a couple of walls and just using my speed advantage.
Right.
But I think on this, where there's nothing really out of the ordinary you can do to get to a certain position of the map. You either push in and then climb up to the upper middle level, or you don't. There's no like climbing up onto certain objects and doing this and that. So here, yeah, I think medium should be put into play, but not for rules' sake, just for players' sake.
Just for that extra health and
even just
and
one
weapon.
player.
But I mean, even weapon-wise, it seems like Carb and Seagull are still the key key weapons in use. Not exclusively. We've seen some Richie. We've seen we actually saw someone with a shotgun the other day. I thought it was pretty amusing. But what are your thoughts there, in just in terms of weaponry and the fact that as with any game, there's always going to be kind of outlier weapons that everyone
Yeah, I mean,
loves.
Carb 9 Seagull all the way. I think it's important for everybody to realise that in no other game do players switch out weapons. I mean, in CS you have the AK or the M4, and then you have the AWP. In COD 4 you have the AK-47 or the 74, and then you have the sniper. Here you have the Seagull, you have the Carb 9. I think maybe assault rifle needs to be buffed a little bit, but I think here especially on Reactor, it may be a good idea to roll out a sniper perhaps, because if you can hold the sort of long corridor from side to side, get a sniper in there, then you can do quite a lot of damage with it.
We actually saw Rorik from Kinetic ran a bit of a sniper action the other night, last night, and was pretty effective, especially from that security spawn, because you can kind of hang back there and catch anyone as they round the corner from like the lower staircase. So
yeah, I think as long as your team know what you're doing with the sniper and everybody's comfortable with that player playing sniper, everything can run okay. But as soon as you start bringing out sniper on a whim and not really telling your teammates what you're doing, they don't really know what you're doing, then unless you hit every single shot, you're just going to be an inconvenience to the rest of your team. So
yeah, I like how you said that, inconvenience. That's
yeah,
good. Very diplomatic of you.
Well, it's the best way I can say it, really, without being too over the top.
Yeah. Now, something that I think changed over the course of the development, and I always thought, ooh, we're going to go live, is that I thought heavies were supposed to have the most pips, mediums would have medium number of pips, and lights were going to have even less pips, as a even greater trade-off, between your body type choices. I'm wondering do you think that would make a comeback in competition as we wait for the first wave to come in?
Oh, I don't even want to talk about heavy. If heavy became viable, regardless of whatever pips, it's not a fun game. The game is made for smart movement, and heavy just eliminates too much of it. So I think I'm just going to stick with just lights and medium forever. And in regards to health pips, doesn't really bother me.
All right. Well, guys, we are live finally with the semifinals matchup, and it looks like Protocol has taken, of course, their normal upper. Basically the height advantage, and you can see how they're using it quite effectively to put down every single looking for sponsor player they can find. And we got TM rolling through with Michael 3D. They're the last two guys up. TM will go down. Actually, excuse me, I missed Gnome in the corner here. Gnome, as always, sporting his purple pants, yellow shirt. That seems to be a staple for him. Michael 3D taking down a turret and getting out of the line of fire from Protocol. Let's see, who is this? Chasm. And we already have a hack going down. Protocol left the area and allowed Holly to get in. He takes a little bit of damage and will go down and gets flanked by Pharaohs. So let me run the rosters real quick. We got Chasm and Suff as a medic for Protocol. We got Pharaohs supporting the soldier, and Incon and NL are the engineers for security. And NBC, if you can do me the honor of running the rosters for the Resistance.
Sorry, I'm going to sound completely new. Which was the line we just ran through?
Please run the resistance for me.
Oh, okay, so TM, no, Pharaohs, Incon, Chasm, Suf, and NL, was that the right one? I don't even know
Resistance is red, buddy.
TM, Emong, Michael 3D, Holly, and of course Rob Wiz, the COD 4 superstar. Big fail there, I'm very sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
But I do like L4S's choice of only running one operative here. I think it's a lot better because I think teams can fall into the trap with two operatives of not really focusing on deathmatching, more on hacking the objective. So if Holly can get this down and L4S can get a good setup, I think they should be quite okay, given they do seem like the stronger team off the bat, having that down already.
Yeah. Yeah, they've already gotten a little bit of a hack in, maybe 5%, something like that. But that being said, Protocol has kind of retaken. You can see we've got Pharaohs and stuff on the upper ground. This is kind of the, this is clearly the key point to hold, because it overlooks both objectives, both hack points, I should say. You also are protected from quite a bit of damage until a team has pretty much exposed themselves and committed themselves to this door. You can hop back. Oh, I looked right at that flashbang. Damn me. You can sit back here, and I'll show you where here is as soon as the flashbang hit. Yeah, you can sit back here like what Gnome is doing in order to get damage done, but again, you are exposing yourself. So, and there's very little cover out here on this side. I'm actually going to fly over real quick just to show that over here on the other side, one of the advantages I actually like about this particular side is not only do you have the turbine generators to hop up on, and that can, as a light body type, get you up to the second level very quickly, but you also have this truck thing, that whatever the hell this is, that sits out and acts as cover for you as you spot out, and you also have these barrels. So I actually dislike that we saw a plant on this side from Looking for Sponsor, but we'll see how that pans out. Holly will go down, not Gib yet. Gnome will maybe, nope, not quite toss him a syringe. TM gonna try to get one person up, and it's not gonna happen. Protocol will hold, and actually it's gonna be NL's turret now chasing TM around. I love that. Love that animation.
Do they want to shoot it? I don't know. They're just leaving it there. There we go. Finally.
Yeah, finally. Yeah. That being said, I think I saw Holly was back up and hacking. He was put down once more, I guess, but. Yeah, very, very solid so far. Definitely getting in on the objective. Nothing, completely, no foothold completely for Looking for Sponsor, though.
Yeah, I mean, they just left that sentry. I mean, that's an excellent sentry position, actually. You can't really see it from the doorway, but, I mean, we have the L4S player up at the top by that sort of fan or turbine at the back, and he just was just leaving the sentry.
Oh, wow, you see that?
Pretty much damage his team.
Michael 3D and Holly just picked up 2 without even entering the room, and I don't think any damage was dealt to them, to be honest. Holly is in and hacking, and again, the turret you were talking about is getting a little bit of damage done, but it's finally pulled down. Holly's just hiding here. And
it's just smart pushing up to their spawn doors. I think one of the players has pushed way too far, though. Yeah, look, he was taken down for free, and now you've got the 3 polarity players just on it. There's Rob Wiz to clear up, and that's the sort of position they need to hold, not so far forward where they can pretty much get spammed down with grenades.
Yeah. Actually, Rob is still alive and has taken... Ooh, and placed mines. He might even get the bridge here. This will be pretty sweet. Yeah, he's going to go for the bridge controls. Just to call out what this will do, as I kind of peek out, you can see that there's a door here, and there's a door on the other side of this bridge. Going through these controls, if you get these control panel rebuilt, the doors will open, allowing the resistance to pour through this upper doorway. And that, as you can see, spills you out right here into the center of the map. So it's pretty serious. Grab Stuff's going to try to pull down. Oh, he does get the job done, and the mine will keep him safe. And as you can see, Holly's already made use of said avenue. So pretty big deal for Looking for Sponsor to already pull this apart and have this route available to them. So very nice move.
Yeah, I'm surprised Stuff didn't take a teammate with him, and it was a bit risky to go one-on-one against Rob Wiz. in that corridor. I mean, obviously they were a bit worried about getting the hack lost, but still.
Yeah. Well, and what's really scary is, it does telegraph the name of the person that's getting those controls repaired. And
Exactly.
I would definitely bring a teammate if it said Rob Wiz was doing anything other than whizzing into a toilet. Because he's pretty goddamn scary. Here comes PCL, though, from spawn, and almost cleaning up. Looks like no. Looking for sponsor will hold, and okay.
NL is up top, shutting everybody down pretty much.
Yeah, NL. I was like, where did that fire come from? Yeah, NL indeed. Does take down Holly, and that stops the hack because, as you can see, with medics still up and kicking for looking for sponsor, that could have been a pretty terrible moment for them.
Enemy spotted.
Yeah, poor sentry or turret placement there by Rob Wiz. Straight in the open, Holly was able to take it down straight away, so didn't really aid his team in controlling that room.
That being said, Protocol is being denied access. Oh, hitting a mine, down goes Pharaohs. Denied access from, this is, I think, maybe the quickest route from spawn. So maybe that is why they set this up, is that, you know, you can, well, I don't know, to be honest, exactly why they chose this side. That being said, hack is still at 50%, still needing a little bit of love. What Protocol has been doing, and the reason why they're even still in this, is the fact that they've been able to at least kill Holly, who is the lone operative, each time. And so while, you know, 2 or 3 medics will stay up,
Enemy spotted.
the fact that the operative is down gives them a little bit of leeway, a little bit of breathing room. That being said, here comes Holly. Will be taken down. Will be Gibbs. Maybe be Gibbs. He's getting back up. Flashbang hits. And yeah, Chasm does get the kill. So, but again, I've just seen constant pressure by looking for sponsor. Yet to see any sort of breather for Protocol.
Yeah, I mean, the positive thing is they seem to be syncing up their attacks well. They're coming in from a few different directions, and I mean, we can see Holly waiting on the side for his teammates to get into position at the moment. So they do obviously have quite a lot of coordination. It's just not quite coming together yet.
Well, I think Holly's been getting a little bit too big for his britches right at the start. He shows himself in Protocol for whatever they're lacking in terms of getting stuff done. They are really good at focusing him down. Look at this from above. Yeah, again, Holly not going in with the support of Michael 3D and TM, and instantly Gibbs. So, you know, Pharaohs, good job getting it done.
Yeah, I mean, why would you send the operative in first? It does seem quite odd to go up against 5 people in that room and just run in, because if you get Gibb, that's an extra 15 seconds before you can get back into them.
Right.
So actually,
Multiple enemy spotted.
Oh, it's fun watching someone fly into the fan. Alright, Holly's back again to hack away. Gnome has joined him. He's trying to keep tabs on the nades coming out of the lower door.
no one's watching behind now. Michael 3D is going to turn around just in time.
Yeah. So we gotta get pretty close. Let me zoom in. Yeah, we're getting pretty close, like 80%. Holly defending himself. Down goes Imcon. And I think this time we're gonna see it get done. 9:42 on the clock. And wow, yeah, they've pushed up all the way to the quick spawn. Yeah, this is done. Holly's just waiting it out. Oh! Nice little shots coming in. Not sure who's that.
Still on Chasm, I think.
Yeah. Chasm is taking a peek. Holly will get it done though. We move on to the plant objective. There are 2 spots on this sort of large central pillar, kind of a reactor core, if you will, reminiscent of Quake Wars. And ooh, let me see what route these guys are going to go. Okay, they're splitting up. Yeah, so there are 2, essentially tunnels that lead into this objective. Gnome is heading straight there. Holly's already up there. So yeah, that green panel up ahead is the detonation site that soldiers will have to plant. Let's take a look at the rosters really quickly. We've got, looking for sponsors, shall be Michael 3D and Holly as the objective classes. See if I can get a better angle in this room. Hard to kind of see.
You definitely do need 2 soldiers for this, because you can sort of dummy the team start hacking, start punting on one side. Meanwhile, if he goes down, you might have the other Sully on the other side of the room, and it is quite separated, unlike
Oops.
the reactor where you can sort of be seen from both sides of himself.
Yeah.
Micro 3D is
Oh,
actually
that being
going
said,
to
ooh, yeah, he just got a plant. About 33 seconds left on it. And I'm looking at Rob Wiz holding down lower corridor. We've got the same thing happening for TM. And Michael 3D.
I think pretty much all of Polarity went down there, so...
Protocol, yeah.
Protocol, sorry.
Yeah, and it actually looks like they were trying to use the lower route, but Gnome is in great position to shut that down. Fantastic work there. And so that will do it. We will see a time set in just a few seconds. There it is. So 7:37 is on the clock.
Told you to do this. This wasn't the plan.
That's not too bad.
I never meant
Yeah,
it.
not bad at all.
It was a bluff. We were bluffing. I said threaten to, not to actually do it. What?
I think it's certainly beatable,
thinking?
though. With Holly just throwing away many opportunities to get in there on the hack. Just running in by himself and hoping he didn't get gibbed. I think certainly possible to beat that time.
I think that it's going to be quite a challenge for Protocol, just based on the death matching skills between these two guys, two teams, because I would say Looking for Sponsor has a little bit better shot. So, okay, best overall, Gnome, best soldier, Pharaoh, medic, Gnome again, engineer, Incon, operative, Holly, of course, as he was doing a hack objective, and kills, Michael 3D, no surprise there. I do have a question for you. What are your thoughts on spread, recoil, and damage?
Okay, I'm happy with everything, but because I think assault rifles need to be introduced into this game a little bit better, I think the SMG spread needs to be increased a little bit so that assault rifles become more prominent. Maybe the assault rifles spread decrease a little bit.
Now, let me ask a question here, because this is a pretty heated topic on the forums.
Okay.
Recoil versus spread. I think a lot of the kind of core competitive group really dislikes the idea of spread. They're okay with recoil because it's something that you can learn to control, whereas spread is just sort of the random placement of bullets, even if your crosshair is perfectly placed.
That is quite a good question, actually. I'm an ET fanboy. I play Quake Live. I play TF2 where there is no recoil. I mean, I had stints in Call of Duty with the recoil, and I just think with spreads, you don't have to slow your game down as much as you do with perhaps recoil. And I think introducing more amounts of recoil would slow the game down, whereas introducing bigger spread, albeit a little bit random, I think you could still keep the pace. Is that a viable thing to say?
Interesting. So you're saying basically the way to control your spread is burst fire.
Yeah.
I think honestly, like if spread, and I really don't know exactly. I haven't really sat down and tried to figure it out like pixel per pixel. But if perhaps the spread was something that really was tight for like say your first 3 bullets.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're clearly spraying and praying, and you should let go of the fucking button already. That's I'd be okay with that. I think the biggest issue is that players are noticing that even with a sniper rifle, there's a very tiny amount of spread, so that you can literally have your crosshair on a guy's head, pull the trigger, and you won't necessarily get the hit. And that to me is bothersome. I can understand. I don't get like totally upset about it as some other people do on the forums, but I can at least understand their frustration in that.
Yeah, that's what I sort of mean about the SMG. It should be a close range weapon. The spread should be quite big. The recoil, not so much because it's a very offensive weapon. Then you have the assault rifle, which should have less spread, and then the sniper rifle. If the sniper rifle wasn't having spread, I mean, I've not used it yet. I've just had it shot against me, and that to me does sound odd. You shouldn't have spread on the sniper.
I mean, it's like 0.1 or something. Like it's the smallest number possible, and maybe it doesn't really make a difference, but Someone like got into the nitty gritty of the game and was doing some sort of analysis of files, and found that there was at least a value for spread. I cannot get a good angle here. There was at least a value for spread on a sniper rifle.
Yeah. Well, I think whatever they do, they just need to make the sniper rifle and the assault rifle a little bit more useful. And however they do that, you know, will remain to be seen. But at the moment, it just seems like an SMG and pistol game. And that's the only real comments I can give.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I feel like, because I think that maybe some arguments go a little bit too far when they say there's absolutely zero reward for the skilled shooter. I feel like when I'm aiming for the head and I'm really focusing on my aim, I do much better. If I spray and pray, yeah, I'll still get kills. I mean, yeah, you're shooting someone in the chest, you're gonna get a kill, but like when I start to get tired, I tend to do a lot more spraying and praying, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to throw something out here. I think it's mainly to do with the crosshair. You have this massive circle around your crosshair, and if you stop concentrating on the small dot in the middle of the screen, you will start aiming at that circle. It's just inevitable. So I think if there was a way to remove that huge circle, I think people would find their aims just becoming better simply because they are aiming directly at that dot. But that's at least what I've found.
Well, I think people are more like, you know, they don't really take into account just how big the spread and recoil gets. I mean, to me, it's like really noticeable. But I mean, I've been playing FPSs for years, and I try to pick up on stuff like that. And while I, you know, grew up on Quake and Doom, when things like recoil and spread were introduced into games, you know, there's a reason why crosshairs were developed with an indicator to show you what you had. So I think people just you know, again, I totally understand a sniper rifle or something like that, or even a pistol. You know, at least the first shot should be absolutely on point, exactly where your crosshair is pointed. But for other things, I mean, shit. If you're trying to shoot some sort of like, you know, semi or assault rifle, and you shoot for more than like 2 bullets, you are spraying. I'm sorry, but there is an amount of randomness. Just there is no way a human being can control that. And so I don't really mind, again, I don't really mind it. I think for competition, I understand why you might want to tighten it, but anyway, I think we can beat this dead horse later. Oh, we do actually have a hack.
We got a hack box. Yeah. NL, again. You just get shut down pretty much straight away by Rob Wiz. Inevitably, so no time on that.
Yeah, and stuff will go down as well. Finally give, rather. And this, at this point, yeah, Incon should just die so he can rejoin his team. He does go down, but I wonder if he's with his team. Let's go see if we can find them real quick. Apparently, there we go.
I mean, I'll tell you what sort of worries me. The PCO team are just running around without weapon buffs. I mean,
yeah, I was about to make a comment on that.
Yeah, we switch into engineers and we will buff either at a command post or at spawn, and then we'll go for a push. I mean, look, I can see Pharaohs, NL, and Suf just sitting in the middle of nowhere, not even buffing each other. It's just a soldier, an operative, and a medic. There's no engineers there. Yeah,
actually, it looks like Chasm and Incon are coming through the lower routes, and this, you know, this is nice, and they did bother to give each other buffs. That's great, but you know, you gotta hand that out to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at all of the I'm looking for sponsors team, and all of them are fully buffed, and you're going up against people that are just going to do almost twice as much damage as you.
Yeah, it's what, like a 30% damage buff, I thought.
Something
for the number 2. Yeah. So yeah, it is pretty considerable. It's something that you absolutely go, yeah, I want that. Yeah. Let's take 5 seconds out of command post, like what you're saying. If you don't want to run any NGs, you can swap into an engineer, hand out the buffs, and then swap classes, and the buff will remain on everyone that you buff. Like, it doesn't go away.
And just can't, it's important to mention that if you buff yourself, then it won't carry over. You have to buff the people.
Right, yeah. Other people's buffs will stay, but it's simply enough. You just have 2 engineers do it, and they just buff, you know, the other guy. It's really simple. And we haven't really seen that kind of play in North America, to be honest. That's you probably just surprised a couple people that are probably going, oh yeah, I guess you can do that. I think a lot of people are still stuck in the mindset, oh, I have to respawn in order to change class. No, you don't. You can run your ass over to a command post and get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously over time you're going to run out of time, so it becomes less and less of a good thing to do because you're wasting more time. But at the beginning of a round like this, that's exactly what they should have been doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we're saying, you know, the engineer, or rather the soldier has a buff, the operative does not.
Yeah, I mean, look at it like this. The operative doesn't have anything to do apart from get the hatbox down, so all of his bits are kind of useless.
Right.
Could say.
Right. So have him be an engineer for a second, handing out respawn
Exactly.
you know, buffs that respawn, and then swap into an operative. Yeah. You know, maybe save one for a caltrop or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, switching out a medic to engineer and losing those additional bips on switching is always a bad thing to do.
Right.
So operative, sure, do it. Soldier, maybe you might need the ammo, maybe not. But definitely
Probably more hang on with a flashbang or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I understand like the soldier might want to hang on to theirs, but yeah, I definitely agree that the pit management, if you will, is pretty critical, and we have not seen a lot of that, at least to my knowledge. Maybe it's happening in scrims and just not on the stuff that we're streaming.
Certainly not here.
Yeah.
Well, that's the main thing.
Multiple
Yeah.
enemies spotted.
And as well, in this matchup with Alvarez defending, you can see Holly is pushed up all in that bridge.
Yeah, nice flanking there by Holly. Yeah, this is actually my favorite spot, to be honest, when I'm playing defense on this map. And if I'm not in the thick of it, you know, like basically if I have a competent team that I can trust to kind of keep the hack boxes cleared, then I will go up to that pillbox because, dude, it's just so much fun. You catch so many people with their back turned. It almost feels, you know, sometimes I feel a little bit guilty, but, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's two ways to look at it in this game. One is killing people and making them use the revive pips, and two is just damaging them so they have to still use their pips. And if you can get the attacking medics using all of their pips, really, if they can only make one attack before they just have to respawn in, and that gives you an extra 15 seconds. So having someone in that middle area just doing damage is always beneficial.
Yeah.
Sure.
And if nothing else, it might delay the push.
Yeah.
You know, if you hit, you know, 3 out of 5 guys with, say, a headshot, or even just spray into them, they have to stop because they've either lost whatever health buffs they had, and they're waiting for regen. But I mean, that buys you time. It allows you to get completely set up. I mean, you bring up a really good point that. I feel like, again, this has not been fully explored as this game is so damn new, which gets me completely frustrated when people are like, oh, the game's dead. No, it's not. Seriously, like Brink, there's so much stuff that we have yet to even tap in terms of strategy and I hate to say the word meta game, but
Multiple enemies spotted.
there's just going to be so many expansions. Oh my god, look at that shit.
Rob Wiz is
Fucking
dominating.
Rob Wiz, yeah, catches 3 of them with a back turn, and Suff is the only guy to survive, and I don't think he could revive anyone, so that was ridiculously awesome. You know, yeah, like there's just so many things just sort of from the strategy standpoint that we haven't quite examined yet, and you know, I have to say that I know a lot of people who were really afraid of, oh my god, there's regen in Brink, oh, health regen, boo, but I haven't really seen it to be like, you know, nothing's broken. People die quick as shit. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree entirely. I mean, even the metabolism on the medic doesn't seem to make too much of a difference. If you're getting shot, you're going down, and it's so quick to give people in a fight. You know, even after you revive them, you have a couple of seconds whilst they're getting up to kill them.
Right.
And then I think the only issue in this game at the moment is the slight bit of spawn protection after you revive someone, and then they run around. You just can't do damage to them.
But like, I actually don't mind that, because that was something that was introduced. It was not in Quake Wars, and then they added it later because of the issue of, like, you know, yes, you may get a medic revive. The medic may do an amazing thing, to get you a revive, but then you're dead on the spot. Like, so I actually like that that's there. Essentially, it gives a reward to the medic that's a good medic, taking
for going in there, taking that risk.
Exactly. And again, I mean, it's like you said, you still have the option if the guy getting revived pulls his trigger, does anything offensive, he loses his, his 1 or 2 seconds of damage shield. And it's really brief. It's never going to change a game. So I really don't mind. I think it's really well balanced, to be honest. And I understand exactly why it's there.
Yeah. No, when you put it like that, I do certainly agree. And I suppose it also gives way to that awesome play you might see from one player who gets up and then takes out 5 players with, just because he had that extra second. So
right.
I'm sure that'll eventually bring in some great YouTube videos, so to speak.
Damn it, that was close.
So yeah, we're gonna see the hold play out here, and that will, I believe, conclude our first semifinal. I don't know if the other one's being played concurrently, but we will see if the other one is still going. Looking for a sponsor, we'll take it with a time set and unbeaten by protocol. Best overall was TM, very solid. Soldier, Michael 3D. Medic, TM. Engineer, Holly. Operative, NL. And most kills, Michael 3D. I think Michael 3D got most kills on every single map that we've seen him play tonight.
Yeah, I think you said he was the one to watch for kills earlier on, and certainly proving it there on the scoreboard.
Yeah. So.
Also, and I have to say, those people who think abilities are bad, I think that team just showed that they are not. It adds another level to the game. Obviously, keeping a watchful eye on how many pips you've got and distributing them effectively was not really done by the PCL team. I always forget the name, I'm very sorry. So, no, I'm very happy with this, the ability setup, certainly.
The server that the other game is being played on is a 10 slot apparently, and may not have any open. Yeah, it's full. So, no spec slots, that's okay. We'll get that. We'll just kind of chill until it's over.
Over there, while Rob Wiz, Holly, and Gnome are creating a crossfire in front of the objective. What Hubris is doing is they're playing the same game that L4S is right now. They're splitting up very similar to how L4S is split up. What they need to do is just overload the side that has 2 people or 3 people with 5 people. And make them pay for splitting up their force.
L4S, they spent 2 guys to take down the 2 who were flanking around. Raz has actually taken the time to lay down a turret. That might buy them some time. And that is time that they're going to need. Chump is going around the back, watching his ass.
Good evening, ladies.
Interesting turret. It's just sort of hanging out right in the middle of their spawn wave.
This is interesting. He's not actually trying to flank around. He's just trying to set up a choke point so that when his enemies are taken down, that he can take them down as they're coming out of the spawn. And that is going to move the objective forward. So there we have it. Really well played.
Yeah, the objective is making a lot of progress right now. Huber's doing a great job with his escort. It was looking rough for them first, but they really turned that around quickly. Oh, and here comes a great flank by Matt. He's coming in the side, coming up with Mike. Michael 3D, though, comes around, gets the kill. Chump, though, is able to return the favor, kills Michael 3D. And it looks like the spawn wave for L4S just came up. They're all bursting out of their spawn.
Raz is going to be the choke player right now because
oh wow,
L4S sets up in the ramp room right now. This is about to get much more difficult.
This is such a good push by Hubris.
Yes.
L4S just took control of the bottom level, but then Hubris just flanked around and got the escort to go up the ramp. He's almost to the top of the ramp.
And this is huge.
Is just phenomenal work.
Needs to push forward right now. They need to extend because if they don't,
and that's exactly what they're doing. They just took the top of the ramp in force. Wow, dude, I don't know. This is just great work right now. I'm in awe.
Very nice.
And how are you guys doing tonight?
Hey, Greased. Well, dude, it's your wife's birthday. What are you doing here?
She's asleep. It's all good.
She's asleep. I love you so very much.
I'm to the dinner. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What drunk did you get her? Jeez. Wait, sorry,
no,
she's pregnant.
Exactly, and that's why she's asleep.
I understand. Okay, but L4S has managed to take that extension by Hubris and just kind of flood it on back out. I mean, this is a really important place for the escort just because you're going to see a lot of drastic shifts in control.
Now, I don't know if you saw that, Jahar, but there's a repair on the lift generator that is in effect. Let's see if they've completed it.
It still
looks broken to me.
Still looks...
Yeah, they were trying. L4S actually pushed out, though, was RobWiz and actually...
Yeah, and Michael's down here, too.
Yeah. Yeah, showed up. So they did not want to see this thing build.
Yeah, that's actually a really nice play to make sure that that does stay disabled, because it is the probably the prominent way that the offense is going to try to flank and get in on.
It basically just adds a third route, which is super vital, because if you have only 2 routes to get up to that second level, it is so easy just to punish them with crossfires. When you add that third route, it just makes it up a little bit of
Chump.
to the offense.
Chump just got a pair. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, you get to Lazarus from Matt, so they are getting...
Yeah.
They're making progress. We've got a 3-man fire team here by Hubris. They are pushing up. L4S trying to do some long-range damage on the objective, but Matt takes down Holly, so it's going to look fairly clear right now. Oh my gosh, here comes the skirmish.
Yeah.
Everyone get in on each other. Michael 3D, the lone L4S guy, still up. He's going to try to make a play here, keep the objective from moving. He got a grenade. It takes down Crow, but
what's
the objective
really huge here, though, is that L4S has no standing here in the main room because there's no turrets down. I think I saw a mine, but that's about it. So the objective is going to be down, and this will hopefully be the time for L4S to actually get some defenses down here. But here comes Crow.
Yeah, there's
all
sorts of firefights going on, but not a whole lot of deaths. No one's really committing.
And I caught a little bit of lag there. Not too much of a problem, I hope. Actually, I'm lagging out quite a bit now.
It's all good. I'm actually recording this map for the
Lagzor. That's all on
HQ VOD on my end. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Chump just
Yeah,
comes in and
Chump.
cleans
Jesus
up.
Christ.
Chump is going for MVP. He does not accept anything but the absolute annihilation of all of his enemies.
Although he does accept bullets to the brain from that pistol from Gnome. Very nice.
To get put down, that is.
Yes.
But here's where the elevator comes in handy. We've got Matt and Crow going up top. Raz is going to just try to do some razzing.
Oh my gosh, Crow, check him out. He just totally flanked around behind. He's going to come up behind Gnome. He has no idea. Takes out Holly as well. Oh my god, killing 2 of the most clutch players on L4S. TM looks like he's a lone guy left outside.
Yeah, and of course that leaves Melikagoo a chance to move in with Chump for the revives. And Chump gets TM down.
3-man fire team, though. They're moving in quickly.
This is actually really good for L4S. They needed to be responsive once they got the damage done from up top. Like, if they just stayed up there, it wouldn't have mattered anything. There was, you know, some really good metting going on from Hubris. But here we go. They're starting to get it down. Where are the turrets up top?
They aren't.
Yeah. So Wiz is going to put a mine down right on the elevator. I like seeing the elevator come into play here.
Yeah, and in fact, Crow just arrived on it, and he's trying to face off against at least 1 or 2. RobWiz has his number.
Crow making a mistake going up there by himself. Everyone else is on the bottom level. Chump, for example, was waiting up, but Crow thought he could basically win it on his own. Turns out he could.
Rob is always going to be where you don't want him to, especially if you're that one guy.
Because he's the Wiz.
And I'm catch a little more lag. And wow, for the first time tonight, it comes down to this. Awesome. Arr. Okay.
Is it because I joined the
here
call?
comes the push.
I'm just too awesome.
Is making their push.
Oh, they are indeed. We actually have the escort is up. Holly's gonna put him down with a nade.
And we have nobody from Hubris in a good position to immediately respond. So we've got Crow coming back up, but where's everyone else? Are they gonna be respawning? Yeah, so Crow,
I don't know if you see where the turrets are, but both Holly and Rob have their turrets set up outside in sort of like this crossfire position.
Right.
So that's actually really good, because it kind of stops flanks from happening behind them, and they're sort of like the last man standing. If, you know, L4S does get taken down, these turrets are sort of like can hold off a victory for just a couple seconds.
Crow is once again going to be the one guy going up the elevator. And RobWiz is there, but he takes a shot to the head. Oh, Holly's there to get some extra damage done, and that mine will be finishing him off.
Wow, Holly had such a tough angle to shoot up at Crow, and he was doing some great damage there.
Matt's here as well, getting a little bit of a revive on the escort. Not going to really be much, though. TM is going to be able to take down the escort, no problem.
Punch him. Just sucker punch the escort.
Yeah.
That's all. I wish they stopped talking about Arby's. That sounds so good.
Yeah, I'm getting a little hungry.
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw Grease, but the first half of this, like, it was a full double hold on the first objective. So what they're doing right now is that they just say,
Yes.
okay, screw it.
Yeah, I'm aware.
First objective. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and you know, I have to say, we also have to get these teams to reschedule their shipyard tiebreaker.
I was gonna say, I mean, this could count for both, couldn't it?
Yeah. Well, that being said, I think for this map, until spawn times would change, just fast plant for both
Yeah.
teams.
That's what they've been doing. That's what they've been doing. That's what this map is.
And yeah, but I mean, I think this is what it should become. Is just this. I mean, because even that, we're already at 7 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. So
We have an actual stopwatch going on. Yeah.
basically, just skip the first objective. You know, make it quote unquote fast aquarium. Because I mean, this is a lot more interesting and fun for me. It's, you know.
Yeah.
I do love that plant objective on, you know, when you're pubbing, but it seems to be a bottleneck. So here comes Hubert with another huge push. Question is, will they be able to get in here? Oh man, nice placement there. TM finally goes down. Holly is still up and making sure the escort stays down. So
There we go. We got Mel on the objective, but he's taken down very quickly.
it's 1v3.
Holly doing a ton of damage.
I don't know if you saw, but Michael 3D was sitting up on the second level, just shooting down. He wasn't even moving. He was standing completely still, just shooting down, killing enemies one by one. It didn't even seem like a big deal. He was just, you know, going about his everyday business.
yeah,
And we've actually got an MG nest being
yeah. Rob was just threw it up, just for fun.
XP Horg, yeah.
Yeah.
He just respects for the ESL rules, so he needs to get that back.
And
Oh,
here
the
comes
door's
the
open.
Hebrews push.
Yeah, actually, this is
Right
one
side.
angle where the that MG gun isn't too bad because it's, you know, its spread is terrible, but you know, look at that.
Rob was, I think, is kind of just having a good time right now.
He
with
is.
his push.
Look at my gun.
He's letting everyone else get the kills though.
I hate elevators.
Raz, yeah, stuck in a bad position right now.
He's actually got a lot of cover right there. Jeez.
That being said, that was a fruitless push for Hubris.
Yeah. So 5 minutes 42 seconds left. They're so close, yet they're so far. This is one of the other major trouble points on this map, as far as ease of being able to get the escort back up on his feet. But look at this, we've got 3 guys crawling in the air ducts.
Nice,
hear-
nice angle by Melchior to take down Holly. We can see a last nade to get him up. I think it was a little bit of a premature nade, but that's okay. Could
Here
have
comes
gotten him
the
up with
one
a
up top.
full syringe.
Oh, come on.
Crow and Melchior setting off mines down below. They're going to be pulled down, revived for Crow, and he will be
Okay,
good
somebody
though.
needs to take Chump back to grenade school. He and Crow have been just bouncing nades into their own faces all night. Like, no joke. Chump just did a Molotov that didn't do anything. It just hit the wall in front of him, and then he bounced a frag grenade back at himself. So, good job.
Yeah. I mean, but see, unlike the plant objective, this one I think is definitely breakable. This is just hubris, maybe
Yeah.
maybe
my
not
three
quite.
back up.
Hubris was doing such an excellent job moving the objective to where he is now. It's just like in the past, it's like 7 or 8 minutes, they haven't made any real progress on it.
Yeah. And Crow's about to come up again, but he's going to get Holly's business end.
Always good to see that coming. I think the grenade was a clue.
Yeah, slight. That being said, Rob has just got a pair, Crow and Rat, go down with a single shot each. Very nice.
Playing whack-a-mole at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
And here come a couple more moles, but Matt, actually it was Crow to get the shot off. But this
Mike 3D is flanking around, getting some kills though. Takes down one. Does he get the other? I think so.
I think he left it to Matt's Richie.
Yeah, Mike's going to go
Drops
and just watch the respawn of Hubris and see what they're doing. Matt splitting off from the rest.
Looks like he's going to take the elevator. Yes, Matt and Melikagu
Ooh.
are going to take the elevator.
Ooh, Chump
Melikagu
is
is
doing
actually
a,
having second thoughts.
Chump is doing a little bit of a rap play here. I like it.
I like watching Melikagu. He's been the one medic to survive longest once they make these pushes. He's been able.
Well, check out. Let's watch Chump. I feel like
Yep,
he's in the
yep.
clutch.
That's who I'm on. Yeah, bye Gnome. Bye. No gib though. No gib.
Okay, careful with the grenades now.
Yeah. Right.
All right, he's up top. This is a good angle. He's a soldier though, so he's just going to be there to, take down players, get some. Oh, Molotov's down, but TM.
Nice play by TM.
Coming from behind.
Yeah, nice play by TM to figure out the flank there. Here
on
comes
it.
Matt and Crow. Matt and Crow are together. They got to take care of TM though.
Ow.
They've got to get him down. Oh, look at that. Was that a melee kill? No.
Yeah, it's a knife.
Yes, it is. That was a melee kill. Crow.
Crow
Nice
got-
job. And the question is, here, spawn times. This is where everything is really kind of critical. Hubris respawning, only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. And the question is, will they be able to get back? Because I liked how that was set up. They got things pretty weak, but again, with just the travel time, you can see that fucking looking for sponsor gets another. Someone get a yardstick out. You can see that it's a solid 20. Maybe 20 plus second run just to get back to the fucking objective. That needs to change. One of the discussions we had last night, I don't know if you guys heard it, but we kind of went long after the games went short and just got a bunch of guys on for a little bit of a round table. And one of the suggestions is to turn command posts back into spawn points on certain maps. I don't know. Something to think about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Minute 40 left to go.
Yeah, this map and Security Tower are probably maps that need forward spawns for these guys.
Yeah, I think if it's the kind of thing where the defense gets in, 10 plus second. Oh my God, Rob Wish does not. He's not looking at Matt.
Rob Wiz never gives a fuck.
Oh wow, Matt is able to clear it. A few of them actually team kill coming in. TM now able to sort of stop that push, but that was a clever little push there. We see Raz and Chump moving up together with Melikagu. They are holding up this stairwell. No, wow.
Is a timed advantage. You need to move once you realize that they're spawning up behind you.
Raz up by himself gets taken down.
Yeah, no one taken.
We're seeing Matt coming in by himself. Obviously not able to do a whole lot.
Yeah, it's a sort of desperation.
Though, unbeknownst to L4S. And is now just hanging out. But Holly's coming at him. Oh, Mike 3D and TM are right in tow though. This is going to be rough.
Nope.
No. Yeah, so that'll do it. That'll do it for this.
All right, so
Jump and
30
Melikagu
seconds.
coming in.
And let me take my own measurement of where the escort is, so it can be on stream. Escort right now. Yeah, he's like.
Is that the blue pile of trash?
Yeah. Right there.
And the puddle.
Near that red pamphlet, which I just spelled very incorrectly. Sorry, the red pamphlet.
Yeah.
The arc now.
He likes an empty nest. All right, guys, that is going to be first half.
We have
Quite a lot of
the
progress
intel.
made on that. We're going to have to see what Hubris could do to prevent the same. And this is a map that actually has, objective length. So this is going to be it.
Yeah.
This is the decider.
Yeah, progress is measured here by the game.
So, how was the birthday festivities?
It's pretty cool. Nikki's brother came into town, so we had fun, and we showed Nikki the that new Rage commercial with what's his name, the basketball player. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Fallen so far.
Put me in break.
Potentially one of my new favorite commercials.
Really?
Nah, sorry. I can't lie to you guys. That's pretty bad.
I would probably like it better if it wasn't for an id Software game. I kind of expect more.
It seems like a beer commercial.
But see,
Yeah.
how many id Software TV commercials have you ever seen on a regular basis, though? So in that way, I don't really mind.
Doom 3 had awesome TV commercials.
Well, it's sort of like, I feel like it's
What?
like a Bud Light commercial, except it's not. Like, I feel like at the end of it, they'd be like standing next to that glass window with a Bud Light in their hand. They're like, man, that sure is abnormal and funny. Well, let's drink a Bud Light.
Yeah.
Like, does that not seem like a premise of a Bud Light commercial? Some guy just like hang out in a parking lot trying to do basketball dunks over a tiger? Like, that's a Bud Light commercial. I'm sorry. Okay, I guess I'm the only one who thinks
Anyone
that.
want any Bud Light? I didn't think so.
You are the only one.
I want some Arby's though.
I feel like okay. I feel like IRC needs to back me up here. IRC, come on.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Countdown.
All right, guys. So once again, stop saying Arby's, Rob. One Arby's so goddamn bad. We're gonna be seeing a very, very quick plant. No contest there. They're gonna be rushing to it though because it does matter for the clock. But we've got 20 minutes on the clock to make this escort get out to the boat.
Ollie's showing us some skills right now.
on a motherfucking boat.
Oh, you had to do it.
I did.
Yeah. While the rest of the team just kind of waits.
Michael's planting. Holly's planting.
They're getting the plants down uncontested. Hubris nowhere to be seen. Alvarez taking a clear advantage of this objective.
That was the fastest plant ever. Alrighty, well, this...
Alvarez showing us right now why they're the
That was a little
undisputed
fast.
champions of the
Enemy
world.
spotted.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we're just gonna sit here and watch the old countdown.
Did you
And
see Robwis go into his place? Wait, what did you call that? That place in between those like grates?
Well, Grease called them nipples.
Nipples.
You did. You called us the nipples. Ow.
Wait, check out where Mike 3D is. Oh, never mind.
yeah,
Game.
All right. Escort is out. Here we go.
All right, guys, this is where the game begins.
yeah.
Is
So,
somebody actually playing a heavy?
yeah, game on, game
I
on.
don't think so.
Okay.
That's all,
this
all I
is
gotta
just
say.
annoying to me.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So once again, just to kind of recap here, we've got an escort that needs to get all the way to 55. No, all the way from here. Gnome is going to be the one guy next to him, and once again, the escort will only move if A, he's got health, and B, he's got somebody kind of chaperoning him.
Indeed. That
knows
being
where to go,
said,
though.
that being said, we got turrets being placed by Rob Wiz as the escort moves up. L4S is not experiencing the trouble that Hubris had in the last
Enemy spotted.
round, where the escort was actually stopped pretty much at the first turn.
This is interesting, though. L4S has extended really far and has killed everyone. Twice. We're about to see another full spawn for L4S. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Melikagu's about to hide behind a wall. Never mind. I thought he would be putting damage in on the escort right now. Here he comes. And he's under fire by Gnome. Let's see if he can get both down. Yes. Very nice work by Melikagu. Gnome is there, though, for the revive to keep things moving. Chump joins Melikagu and gets the fire down. So finally we're seeing a stop. It looked like he was just basically took a little bit of flanking action by Hubris.
He's the only one there. Chump finally comes up to help out, as does Melikagu, but they're going to be taken down fairly quickly. They didn't have enough time to set up a real good placement in the restaurant.
Yeah.
And so as a result, the escort's moving through the restaurant very quickly. There we go.
Here's the
He's,
revive.
where did he go?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, he's
he's-
still back there. Okay.
yeah. Gnome is with him.
And we're starting to see a firefight actually happen, you know, in drawing a line in the sand here in the restaurant. But the initial pushes were so very important to get the initial move into the restaurant itself. And
Oh,
now
nice.
they've got a great position.
Nice job, Gnome and TM working at this objective. Oh, we lost Matt.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually really bad for Hubris.
That is really bad.
They got to get him back in because this is a pretty critical moment. The fact that only 16:23 on the clock. Finally, they knock him down, but there it is. Gnome getting the revive, hitting I think a mine. Let's see, what's that?
Forrest is going around the back in order to flush out the bottom ramp room.
Indeed.
And they need to have a medic on point right now. They don't
Yeah.
really have that. But here comes Gnome.
Yeah,
He's booked.
Yeah, their meds are down. Matt's back for the resistance, so that's good. Crow is down, self-reviving, will be able to get up. Can he get the shots, though? Jump kills Holly.
Need to get Holly back up. There we go. So we've got 2 medics on the objective now. That is going to be a really good way to train. L4S does have to extend a little bit here. But right now we've got Chump doing what Chump does best. Just sneaking around and being the guy, the one guy, if nobody else, just harassing. Wow, look at these shots.
Yeah, but does this feel faster than previous?
Oh, hells yes.
Yeah. So,
The restaurant was a very, very different story indeed.
I mean, I think that what Hubris got stuck around, was it 13 minutes on the clock?
Yeah.
You know, whereas this is still 15, so good minute and a half ahead.
We're seeing a bit of a reset here in the ramp room, just as the escort is reaching the second platform.
Indeed.
We've got TM, we've got Holly, and Gnome. Holy crap, how many medics do we have? 4 medics, 1 engineer for L4S.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a soldier. Michael 3D is a soldier.
Okay, they're changing now. Oh, I'm sorry, that was on Hubris. My bad. But they're all changed. Gnome and TM as the 2 medics. It's been a long day, okay?
It's all good. It's all good, yeah. That being said...
If Matt can say placard, you know.
Yeah, dude, this escort is on the move again. Gnome and TM had been doing an amazing job, and Michael 3D joining along with Holly, so pretty much the whole team is here.
Rob's going to be huge here. If Rob could just hold down... Okay, that's not going to happen, but he did a bit of damage. He got a Molotov off.
Yeah, but look at this. This is ridiculous. I mean, the progress here.
Wow.
There's the buff.
We're about to see game.
And Melikagu is about to get taken down. There's no way he can survive this.
Wow. If we were looking for a decisive win,
Here it
this is kind of
comes.
it.
Yeah. Hero hold mode, 14 minutes. This...
Mike 3D, is he alive? No. But here comes Holly, here comes Rob.
Yeah. Can I just say props to Hubris for the matching pants? Is that, like, awesome or what?
Yeah, but they're purple pants. I hate purple pants.
Wait, so why are we still playing is the question.
Play it out, man. Just play it out.
They haven't been playing on any of the matches, though. It's
I think
one of IGL's
the things where they're like, they might as well. Because he's so close. Matt's got to hold down up here. We're not seeing any of L4S go up top. Like, even without the elevator... Okay, we're getting GDs now. Even without the elevator repair, like, once you come up the stairs, you can hop over here and then hop on up top to the command post. So we're starting to see GG's called.
Yeah, there it is. I think they just decided to call it.
Wow.
And, really solid stuff by L4S. They waltzed that escort up like it was nothing. And I think they want to do it bona fide. Let's see, Chump comes in. Matt and Crow not willing to lay down arms. Raz and Matt, though, will just disconnect. So that'll do it.
L4S looking for a sponsor, might get one because they're starting to rack up the titles here very quickly in Brink.
Yeah.
So as launch event, I want to thank the IGL for making this thing happen and the players for also making this thing happen. They showed up, they played their games. We saw a final happen in 3 days. Doesn't happen all the time, so thank you.
Now, do we have any, hope or petition for Aquarium, or maybe Aquarium Bomb Plant and an Aquarium Escort? Two separate maps? What do you think?
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Excellent work, men. We freed the hostage and
It's a little less
secured the
insane
site.
than what ESL's been doing.
Now we have terrorist prisoners to interrogate. We may be
You've seen
able
this
to
fat
nip
guy
this
in like the big old like bomb
insurgency
defusal uniform
Yeah.
on my cutscenes. Yeah. I don't know where he comes in. He keeps photobombing everybody. All right, guys, that will do it. The IGL Brink launch tournament is at an end with L4 standing as the victor. Were there any prizes for this?
I am not sure. I think they called it the Brink Release
good
Cup,
opportunities.
didn't they?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. But again, I want to thank you and Matt for being on here tonight.
Mhm.
Once again, happy birthday to Nikki.
Mhm.
And yeah, a lot of really good things coming. Again, I'm very, very, very eager for the patch.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like there are going to be quite a few things coming down the pipe. Not only do we have patch, we also have DLC in June. In addition to that, I know that there are some... I've seen that Splash Damage folks posting on forums about quote-unquote pending changes or things coming soon.
Yeah.
You know, they've been alluding to netvar changes. So
I'm a little bit tingly about all that, so I'm looking forward to it, and you guys all should as well.
all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna hop off, and I want to say thank you to you, Matt and Jahar, for coming in and casting this, since I was otherwise disposed.
I'm really happy that it worked out as well as it did. I've been having a lot of issues with JTV lately, and tonight was relatively pain-free, so
Sweet.
Woot. All right, guys, but I think that will just about wrap it up. It's been a very, very long day. Did the group drawings for the Quake Live stuff for CSN.
Sweet.
That was adventurous. But I found out that I can actually use Krista's camera to pre-record stuff and then edit it later. Actually, edit it while live with the overlays, so I can actually be in 2 places at once. So I think I might do that more often.
Yeah, I can see that being quite useful.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
All right, guys. That will do it. Good night from Brink TV.
All right, toodles. Toodles.
Toodles indeed.